What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Nick here. What's good, my IRL fam? Today in the video we are going to be previewing the AntiSocial Social Club drop that is going to be happening this Saturday.
I've been working hard, I'm in a groove, I feel like I'm standing on
So for the drop today, we are going to be utilizing their Instagram page to go ahead and scroll through all the items. There is a plethora of items dropping. So I'm going to try to hit the highlights on here, and then I'll just make sure that I link the Instagram and any other applicable info I can find in the description if you guys want to go check that out more for yourselves. But hopping right into this thing, we do see a couple crew necks that they're going to be dropping for this season. I really appreciate these crew necks for the simple fact that they did switch it up on the front. They just hit us with that ASSC spell out, Motorsports underneath with kind of a ARC logo right there. And then your typical AntiSocial spell out on the back in that tonal kind of spell out. They have it released in here in a black and in a white. Personally, I typically would like black a little bit better, but I do think that the white is a cool little touch right there. It's not tonal on the back. It's got a little bit of silver on that white, and they've got pink on the ARC spell out, which I think is a cool little touch right there. As far as retails go, I would expect these are going to be about the same amount as the sweatshirts, which are typically about $68 and change. As far as the sweatshirts go, we do see a few of them for this drop here coming up. We've got this yellow with pink writing on it. It says enough of this shit on the front. Not a huge fan of this one. It is a cool little essential sweatshirt, and I do prefer when they drop the sweatshirts that have different text on the front and then hit you with that AntiSocial branding on the back. Those are my favorite kind of sweatshirts that they put out rather than just the AntiSocial on the front, AntiSocial on the back. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but I do think that these are a little bit cooler. So we see it in that yellow, we see it in this like pastel purple right here. And then if we scroll up a bit, there are a few more sweatshirts up here. We've got this gold on black right here. I don't know what this says or what this means, Cement. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Comment down below and let me know. But dab, cement dab, I don't know what that is. Hopefully I'm not saying something stupid right here. I like the coloring on this one, but I don't understand the font or the text on the front, so I'm not really feeling this one. And the same thing here. It's like a robin egg blue on the sweatshirt with pink lettering. Also not a huge fan of this one right here. These ones up here are a little bit better. And when I say these ones, I mean this camo one is a little bit better. This is my favorite of the sweatshirts that they're dropping. I love this real tree camo that they got going on here with the AntiSocial spell out in pink. I think that really pops. I know I just talk trash on the ones that just say AntiSocial on the front, AntiSocial on the back, but I think it works for this sweatshirt right here. I love the contrast that they got going on. As far as this tie-dye one goes, I think this one's pretty sloppy. It's a little too loud for me. If you love it, let me know. I do think that it's gonna work well for somebody. That person just isn't me. I think it's a nice tie-dye pattern that they use, but the spell out and the branding in there kind of gets lost in the tie-dye, so not really a huge fan of that right there. And these are the couple sweatshirts. Let me just make sure there's no more up here that I forgot about. Oh man, there are a few more. All right, so let's just go through these real quick. This is one of my favorites with the text. The yellow I think is pretty cool. Yellow's a nice color. And then they got the black text on here. People love reading negative reviews on the front. I think that's a cool little, I don't know if you want to call that a graphic or what you want to call it, but I think that's neat. I think it goes with like, it's on brand with the AntiSocial brand right there. And the color's pretty cool on it. We also have this one right here. Got some sort of graphic. It looks like maybe a, I don't know, sun with a cloud over it. But it says stress through the front of it on this orange sweatshirt right here. It's like a pale orange sweatshirt, AntiSocial spell out on the back. That one's pretty clean too. I don't know if I'd go after that, but I definitely could see some people rocking that, and it's definitely a very clean essential sweatshirt. And then I believe the last two that we have are this tiger camo right here with the pink spell out. I'm not as big of a fan of this one as that real tree camo, only because I think that the graphic gets a little bit more lost on this tiger camo. I do like when they use the pink. I think that pops the most, and I think that's something classic that we see from them pretty often is using that pink lettering. And then once again we see another sweatshirt here. This is more of a urban camo, at least like the coloring is more of like an urban camo. And they switch it up a little bit. They don't give us that typical font. They give us a different font right here. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more bold, got that drop shadow on it, mixing those pinks and whites. I do like this. I like the way that this looks. I don't know if this is a cop for me, but I think it's a really clean sweatshirt. I wouldn't be mad at anybody picking it up. Let's drop back down this page a little bit and go through some of these other items. Let's go ahead and hit these bags real quick. No. Let me show you guys this. This to me, like some other items that we will see in this video, looks like they're trying to kind of emulate what Supreme's got going on. I don't know anybody that necessarily needs a denim smock, or I guess that's what you would call this, apron. They do have that bright pink AntiSocial spell out on the front, which once again is pretty on par with their branding. But this seems like a stretch to me. If somebody's gonna pick it up, if you're watching this, you're planning on picking it up, please let me know. I wanna know why people would be going after this. I mean, I think it's neat, but I don't think they have the same sort of pull that Supreme does, so they can't really drop these random accessories and random pieces. Maybe it'll do better than I think though, who knows? Also continuing with that theme, look at these bags. This is a total rip of the bags that Supreme just dropped for spring summer 2018. We got these shoulder bags right here. I do like the idea of it, honestly. If I'm being 100% honest, I like it. I think it's cool. I like how they have this little Get Weird branding. I'm sure it's stitched onto the front of this. And then they just have that repeat logo spell out going all across the straps right here. We've got it in black. We've got the same thing in pink, same spell outs on the straps. And then we have duffels also in black and pink. I liked how it looked on the Supreme stuff. I like how it looks here. I do think it's a little bit of a rip, but it worked really well for Supreme. Those bags do really well. So I'm not mad at AntiSocial doing this. Hopefully they can keep their price point a little bit lower. I know the Supreme bag was like $54, I believe. So if they can keep these shoulder bags around like $34, I don't know about these duffels, maybe like 50, 60 bucks. It could be a cool little pickup. Hopping into some of these t-shirts, let's hop around and look at these. We've got 3 in a row here where it's just centered, AntiSocial spell out on the front, AntiSocial spell out on the back, and then they've got a city listed underneath. So this says, I believe, Shibuya. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But I like the color scheme on this. It's that pink with it's like a purple spell out on there. It's not so bad. I just have no ties to these cities, so I really have no interest in picking these up personally. But if you like these cities, or if you just like the coloring, they are pretty clean tees. We've also got pink on gray for this one that says Bronx. And we've got a burgundy on white. I do think this is the cleanest. I love the way the burgundy looks. And it's got Las Vegas on here. Once again, I have no ties to these cities though, so I don't really care for the sweatshirts, or the t-shirts, I'm sorry. We got some face masks on here. Nothing too crazy about these. If you're into these face masks, go for it. I think they're pretty clean. I like how they've got this, I don't know what you would call this logo on here. This is the typical spell out here on the camo one. And then the black and the pink's got that more lock lettering style. I think they're pretty cool if you wear those types of things, or if you just want something to have just to sit around and display. They're not so bad. Going back into these tees, I like this blue and pink tie-dye on here. Once again, I don't know if it's a shirt for me, but I do think it's pretty clean. Once again, just plain spell outs on the front and on the back. This one is a little bit cooler. This one pops the most to me, primarily because it's not the same as the rest. All black tee, you've got this pink and blue ASSC on the front. Pretty plain, basic t-shirt, but it looks really clean and that graphic pops out pretty well. And then we've got some more tees up front, further up the page. This one I'm not as big of a fan of. It's that same kind of color combo as that tie-dye one with the pink and the blue, but this is more just kind of a faded, like blotched on there kind of deal. With the pink spell out, it's all right, but not my fave. And then we've got this, I think this is like a tiger camo. No, it's not tiger camo. I don't know what kind of camo this is. But it's got an orange spell out on there. I think this is something classic that we've seen from AntiSocial a bunch of times before. Camo with the orange lettering on there, pretty classic. And once again, a nice t-shirt. Like if I was gonna pick up a bunch of stuff from here, not even a bunch of stuff, if I had to narrow it down to maybe like a handful of pieces, this would probably be in there. Let's see, we've got a few flannels, but we do have a couple more t-shirts to go through. Yeah, let's go through these other t-shirts real quick. So these ones are slightly different. This one is not bad. We've seen this kind of deal from AntiSocial before also. It's got a cigarette on the front of the shirt, just like a little cigarette graphic going across the chest with a spell out on the back in pink. I know pink is a really hot color for streetwear, so I can see a lot of people going after this one right here. And then this one, I believe just has a, different AntiSocial Social Club spell out on the front. Yellow and pink graphic on the front with a yellow spell out on the back. Not so bad. And then, oh man, missed this one too. This one is also unique. This is almost like a little button on there. It says forever and ever and ever and forever and ever and forever, and you get the idea. Pink graphic with the white, kind of like block lettering spell out on the back and on the front. That one's not bad, honestly. I had kind of, I kind of skimmed over that one before, and I think that one looks pretty good right there. Let's see, let's go back through these flannels. So we see the exact same thing with a blue and black flannel, pink and white graphic on the back, black and gray and white flannel with a orange and white graphic on the back, and then red and black flannel with the white and pink on the back. I don't love any of these. As you guys probably saw in my other video, I did just pick up a similar flannel to this one in the black and the red that had the knot graphic on the back, just the classic spell out with the flowers and butterflies going through it. I like that a lot more than I like this. Honestly, I like the classic antisocial spell out on the back of these more than this kind of block one. I like seeing the block one mixed up on the tees, but as far as the flannels go, personally, I like it more when they stick to the classic spell outs. Get into some of these accessories right here. I don't even know what these things are called. The little phone pops, something like that. Just a pretty standard accessory. We've got a little group of pins here. Looks like we've got that block lettering spell out, the classic spell out, a get weird, and a race car pin. And then a lanyard with the same kind of strap that we've seen on that shoulder bag and on those duffels. A couple more accessories up here. Seems like we've got a helmet. Once again, this seems like a bit of a reach. If you're planning on getting this, like, please comment down below and let me know. We've got a little license plate, frame, not a huge fan. And then I assume these are stickers. I have no idea. I don't know what these would be outside of stickers, but we've got some spell out stickers right here. This is pretty neat. This might be the hype beast in me, but this is just a nice little flashlight right here. Mini mag light, but it's got that antisocial spell out going across the handle of the flashlight. Got a pocket knife, also pretty cool. Same spell out going across there. And then a couple hats. I'm not gonna touch on these hats, they're just really plain. But these are the bangers in my opinion. Let me go back over these real quick. So we see a couple varsity style jackets, and then we see like a heavier denim jacket. So we've got this black and yellow, we've got a black and white, and then this denim jacket. It looks like it might be, is that a Dickies on the front? Dickies collab? Who knows? But the thing that's really cool about these, if you look on the back graphics, it is not just screen printed, it is stitched in there. And Antisocial did drop a little Instagram story on their IG page the other day. I will insert it right here, where you can see that they are definitely stitching these on. A lot of their stuff is like a pre-order kind of deal. So you go in there, you buy what you want, the website's open for X amount of time, and then they close it, they start making the stuff, and they send it out to you. I know when they do collabs, they can sell out, or at least I'm pretty positive they can sell out when they make the collabs. I have a feeling that these jackets are gonna be pre-made too, so they're gonna sell out faster than the rest of the other items that are available. So if you're interested in the jackets, my advice would be go for them first. I am definitely thinking about going for one of these. The jackets that we've seen in the past can go anywhere from like 130 bucks to like $175. So I would anticipate the high end of that. And if I didn't say it for the rest of the stuff on here, well, here's a couple other things we didn't touch on. Crew neck sweatshirt, not bad. We've got this looks like a rain jacket, like a windbreaker type jacket more so. It's okay. We've got a lot of tonal branding on here. Not that great, I wouldn't pick it up personally. But once again, if you wanna look through more of this stuff, I will link their IG in the description on there. And I'd love to know, are you guys still on this antisocial wave? Does the fact that the shipping takes forever turn you off to it? I know this t-shirt that I got right here took like 3 months to get to me. But if you're interested in this stuff, if you like this stuff, let me know in the comments down below. Comment what your favorite item from this drop is, and if you're planning on picking anything up. If you liked the video, make sure you hit me with a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.